All right, guys, so let's go ahead and go over our vocab. We've got tangible. We've got laceration, one of my favorite words. Reminds me a lot of my youth. Castigate. Don't mix that up with the other word. Sordid. Octogenarian, which is a very long word. Solace. Aspirant. Dregs. I love that word. Dregs. Frenzy. You know what frenzy is. And then scurrilous. Scurrilous. Such a scurrilous person. Okay, tangibles. Anyone know what tangible means? Exactly. It's something that is, like if you say it's a tangible response or a tangible evidence. Okay, so they're good. So tangible literally means touchable or real. So real or physical. Hey, how about laceration? Anyone been to first aid?
It's like a really deep cut.
Yeah, so laceration is not just a deep cut, it's a jagged cut. Okay, it's different than a regular incision, which is just a cut. Laceration is like the kind that bleeds heavily and very hard to heal, so it's a jagged and deep cut.
Are you telling me you can use a term before?
Yep. Yeah, I know you're looking it up.
No.
You're not?
My dad's a bottom.
Okay, so let's go on to castigate. What does castigate mean? Castigate. It's not the same as castrate. Anybody? Castigate. You'll know what castrate means, right?
No.
It means to cut off a male's private parts. Okay, you don't want to mix that up with castigate, which simply means to punish.
Well, that kind of has the same meaning. You're still getting punished either way.
Yeah, in a way. But it's kind of like the word masticate. You know, like I masticate 3 times a day. Because what does masticate mean? It means to chew. It means to chew your food. So you want to mix those two up. That's the strange thing about Latin words. They all kind of sound the same. Okay, sordid. So an example of sordid is a past that somebody is ashamed of. So it's usually kind of like a dirty or a dark past. So it's always part of those like romance novels that older women like to read. It's like the guy, and he's like, I can't tell you about my past. It's too sordid, right? Because he murdered his old girlfriend and her Pomeranian. Okay? So octogenarian, what does octo mean? 8. So what does octogenarian mean? Somebody who's? No. No. Octogenarian means that they're in their 80s. And so a septuagenarian would be someone in their 70s. And a nonagenarian is someone in their 90s, right? But octogenarian and septuagenarian are probably the most commonly used of these. It's just kind of an odd word that they use with older people. Okay, solace. So solace is some kind of relief or what's another word for it? Solace. Relief or rest from something. Okay, and a spirit is somebody who aspires to something. What does that mean? What if you aspire to something? What does that mean?
You look up to it.
Okay, so you're looking for what? You're looking for some kind of future career or future promise, and an aspirant is just somebody who looks for that. So someone who wants to succeed in something. So he's an aspirant to have a law degree, something like that. Now the reason why I laughed at this word dregs, does anyone know what dregs are?
Eggs.
Dregs? No, they're worse than eggs.
Bad eggs.
Yeah, they literally are bad eggs. So what am I referring to?
Bad people.
Yeah, the dregs, a lot of times people say dregs of society. And so dregs literally means like the kind of low trash of society. So trash people. Okay, that's a good way to put it. To the dregs of society. Like for example, the dregs of society use their cell phone when I'm talking.
I was using my notes because I didn't want to write it down.
So it's rude.
I don't even use my notes
You
or
don't use your notes.
paper
Okay.
because I'm on my phone.
All right. Frenzy means what? We know what that means.
Like to go crazy.
To go crazy. And scurrilous. Scurrilous. That's a fun word to use. What's something that's scurrilous? We're in the political season right now. People use scurrilous insults against each other.
Oh, like something that's really offensive.
So something that's really obscene or offensive. So for example, like, Hunter Biden having the meth pipe in his mouth. Some people would see that as a scurrilous attack against his character. Of course, they have the picture, so it really isn't scurrilous. Scurrilous would be like, for example, like, I don't know, calling someone an inbreeder or something like that, and not knowing, and it not being true, hopefully. So it's an obscene attack against somebody. Okay. And that's something that's scurrilous. So let's say these words together. Tangible. Let's try that again. One more time. Tangible.
Tangible.
Laceration.
Laceration.
Castigate. Okay. Sordid. Octogenarian. Yeah, that's an awesome one. Solace. It looks like Solace, but it's not. If you say that like that, you're going to look dumb. It's Solace. Aspirant. Dregs. Frenzy. And Scurrilous. So I actually have a story about, not castigate, but castrate, since you didn't know that word. There's a store up in Montana called Above 40. It's basically a Walmart for ranchers. And my wife and I went there when we were in Great Falls, Montana, which now currently is covered in a foot of snow. And they had a bull castrator there. And it was like a big old hook type thing. And I showed it to my wife, and you know what that is? She's like, no. That's a bull castrator. She's like, what? So I just kind of have it hanging out there. So it's kind of interesting to see it in its
That's glory.
yeah, in its goriness and so on. It was really crazy. They had literally one whole row of lassos of all these different colors. They had pink lassos for the ladies. They had blue lassos for the boys. They had multicolored lassos. They had LGBT pride lassos. They had all these different lassos. They had black lassos. They had purple lassos. They had lassos of every type. And it was all down one lane. It was amazing. I didn't know that people needed lassos that badly. Okay.